I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Check 53 smile. Check 53 smile. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now Newton. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Off the play fake, Mon. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's Mon. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Newton. This is Anderson over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on it. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
45 to Mike.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. He finds his man, complete. That's Christensen. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Newton. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwandu.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Mond on the bootleg.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings.
Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go, team. It's gonna be a long day on this. It's gonna be a long day. Good.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Newton, and that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
53, check 53.
From the gun, here's Newton.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. For Marshall, that's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Newton. There's Trimble, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
The Carolina Panthers picked up Tommy Trumbull in the 3rd round from Notre Dame. This is a tight end with terrific upside, a tremendous blocker, now showing good hands on that catch for a first down.
Handoff comes to Chubb. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now it's 2nd and 9. A give running right is Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. On 4th down, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Terrace Marshall
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
6 yards left on second down. Now Mon. Looking here for Smith downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's brought down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A give. This is Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Oh, he bowls over it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver. He worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, Newton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
No. Hey, check 24.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Newton throwing again.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. Now Newton.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
20. Check cross, check cross, check cross. Begin.
Chubb on the counter. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second and 6.
And they go play action here. Mon.
Smith catches left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Mon.
Eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
On first down, it's Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll throw now on the final play. Out to his left.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's like fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 45.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing is Newton. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt like he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They snap it to Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Big connection on that one, 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
To try again after the sack. Newton. That caught by Trimble.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Here's Newton. And he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Carolina. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, here's Nwangu. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 34. Mon now off of play action. Open net here is Conklin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will not make it to the goal line. He'll come up short, and they'll be unable to get this back within 1 score as it stays a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Chubb running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw, Newton. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Newton now to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Off the play fake, Mond.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Handoff right side to Wangu.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Here's Mond. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Going for it all.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jackson now to return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
45. Mike, 45. He can't hang.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give is Nwangu. Pushing his way through. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mon.
They'll get this to Nwangu.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. Looking to throw. Newton escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now left side on the swing pass.
Hubbard has the 1st down and then some.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Newton.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Second and 10. Now Newton.
That's caught right side by Anderson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Throwing is Newton. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Touchdown, Panthers. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. Now Newton. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this time.
He's got him in, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it.